Alright, welcome back. We're now going to talk about COBIT, or Control Objectives for Information and Related Technology. This is another one of those models that's pretty popular out there in terms of putting controls into place for information security. It's pretty extensive. So when you look at COBIT, what you're talking about is 34 high-level objectives. They're going to cover 215 different control objectives. All right, these are based around 4 domains of plan and organize, acquire, implement, deliver, support, monitor, and evaluate. And we're going to look at each one of these and give you that kind of split or breakdown of where the 34 objectives are. So when you go in and you look at the plan and organize, you're going to have 10 controlling objectives, and it talks about, what do you need to do to build organizational goals and objectives through the use of IT. How do you build those types of things? How do you put objectives around those? In the second domain, remember, plan and organize is your first domain, acquire and implement is going to be your second domain. You're looking at the specification of requirements, acquisition of those components, the component integration, and then you're also going to look at your ongoing maintenance and change requirements associated with that. So circling back a little bit, plan and organize, 10 controlling objectives, 7 controlling objectives under controlling objectives. Look at that. We've got 34 of them, and halfway through we've gone through 17. This brings us to delivery and support. This focuses on the functionality of the system and the end user. We're going to look at the input processing and output components of any particular system, and then you're going to look at those processes to see if those processes are efficient and effective. 13 control objectives in the delivery and support, almost as much as the entire system in the plan, organize, acquire, and implement. So a lot of emphasis on delivery and support of actual users. And then that brings us to the last of the domains, which under the COBIT model, which is to monitor and evaluate. And during this monitor and evaluate phase, we're going to look at regulatory requirements for controls, which controls are going to be necessary due to these, and then how are you going to monitor the effectiveness of an ongoing program. 4 high-level objectives, bringing us to a total of 34 objectives across 4 different domains, and within those 34 objectives, you have you have exactly 215 control objectives. Wow, a lot of stuff built into the COBIT model. Well, we just started yesterday talking about security models. We have covered so much during this particular chapter. We started out looking at some system models and some of the old granddaddy models, if you will. We looked at ISO 27000, the NIST models, COBIT. So lots and lots of things covered during this particular chapter. I hope you've learned a bit about security management models. Remember, you don't have to start from scratch. There's a lot of work out there. Use Bing, use Google, go out and do your searches, and you should be able to find some security management models that give you a starting point for building your security program. That's all for now. That's all for this chapter. Look forward to seeing you in the next chapter.